Hey, welcome to our class of Chad's BeerTube Academy. In this class, I'm going to show you how to do proper SEO and the description box on YouTube and everything for long format videos. Although basically whatever you do for long format will also apply to shorts. So let me move this over here. All right, so you might have just saw I did a short for the Alchemist Heady Topper from 14 years ago. This is how it looks now, but this is kind of clunky and messy. This is all from stuff years ago. So I'm actually going to I'm just going to delete this whole thing. Bam. Select all, delete. Now, if I go to settings and upload defaults, everything is already ready to go here. So I'm just going to click in here, hit select all, copy, close this, and then paste this into here. All right, so now basically all we have to do is just fill in the blanks. Now you notice that this, if you've been watching me, you notice that I have like bold text, and you might be wondering how you actually do that. Well, there's a website that I use called lingojam.com/bold text generator. I'll put a link in the description below. So I'm going to call this Heady Topper by the Alchemist. Usually I would put the brewery or the name. Actually, you know what? Let's look it up on Untappd. I'm going to need this anyway. Type in Heady Topper. Look, I just type in Heady and it just auto-fills. All right. So the brewery is just called The Alchemist. It's not The Alchemist Brewing Company or brewery or whatever. All right. So kind of a long description on here, but we will need this for later. All right. So I typed in Heady Topper by The Alchemist. And what I always do is the name of the beer is bold sand. So I'm just going to copy that, go back over here, paste that in here. But I always keep the word by and just regular text like that, and then go back to here, and then do the name of the brewery with the serif. All right, so Heady Topper by the Alchemist, Chad's Beer Reviews. See how it says EP 609? You should put EP. If you actually number your videos, you want to do EP for like episode, because if you do the number sign, it's gonna think it's a hashtag, even though, you know, you just mean it to be number. So I just put EP as an episode number. I think most people would get that. All right, so I'm going to copy this, insert this down here. And now I'm going to type out the word episode down here, and in parentheses I put originally published. I use the word published because it might have been uploaded before, but it's not really the same. Published. That was January 1st, 2012. Sorry for people in Europe that go day, month, year. When I type it out long form, I always do that. So watch this short version here. Well, we're going to upload that in a minute. Brewery description. Well, what I do is I basically just copy and paste it off of Untappd. Copy that. I guess we can close that. We don't need it anymore. And I'm going to type in 8% ABV. And what was the ABV? 100? Yeah, 100. Because that's actually objective. Some people are interested in that. Now, for the hashtags, YouTube will only show you the top 3 at the top of the video, but you can put as many hashtags as you want, as long as they're like relevant. So I'm going to put, and also once you start typing, it'll tell you how many other videos are using that hashtag. So if I type in Heady Topper, yeah, nothing comes up for that. How about The Alchemist? Oops, spelled it wrong. The Alchemist. See, there's a bunch. The Alchemist Code, The Alchemist Type B, The Alchemist, 10,000 videos, but I doubt that's about the brewery. I'll leave that in there just to kind of capitalize on that, but let's call this Hazy IPA. There's over 1,000 videos with that. How about Double IPA, 542? How about Imperial IPA? How about New England IPA? And I might even do NEPA. Yeah, there's over 1,000 with that hashtag. And I also try to do the state or the country. So like the Alchemist is out of Vermont, so I'm going to type in Vermont beer. And I think that's probably good. Maybe, you know, actually, if it's a double IPA or hazy IPA or whatever, I'll still do regular IPA, American IPA, and I'll spell out India Pale Ale. All right, so that's a lot of hashtags, plus all the stuff I already have as a default: beer, beer review, craft beer, beer snob, craft beer nerd, beer geek, beer expert, BeerTube, beer views. I want to add is BrewTube, although BrewTube is more about for home brewing, but I'll add that anyway. All right, so this has links to my Tavor and Beer Drop and my Amazon my social media. Nothing really changed on there. Although I do need to update this thumbnail. I'm not a huge fan of that thumbnail. I'm going to put this under, I have a playlist for hazy IPAs. A lot of people don't consider, I will take that off there. In fact, I'm probably going to get rid of a lot of these playlists. All right, so we come all the way down to the bottom for tags. Now, tags are kind of controversial. A lot of people think there's like meta tags, and some people think it's like just for YouTube, and it just depends who you ask. Some people, like, they even make a point of saying tags play a minimal role. So people don't even add tags on here, but I try to use all 500 characters, and I try to do basically whatever somebody would search for. So they're probably going to search for Heady Topper by The Alchemist, Heady Topper Hazy IPA, Heady Topper Double IPA, move that over, Heady Topper Beer Review, obviously, Heady Topper Honest Review, that usually comes up a lot, Honest Review, whatever the name of the beer is. Then I'll do The Alchemist, Heady Topper, and then also The Alchemist '(S), Heady Topper. These are not case sensitive as far as I know. I always just type everything in lowercase. Heady Topper Best IPA, Best American IPAs, Best Hazy IPAs. And then eventually I'll get down to Chad's Beer Reviews, Chad's Beer Review, singular. Then I'll do Chad's Heady Topper Review, because a lot of people, if they want to see my review of a specific beer, that's probably what they're type in, Chad's Heady Topper Review. Or Heady Topper Chad's Beer Reviews, but, once they get both of those, I'm sure it'll come up. And see, we're at 345 characters. I do try to use all 500 as much as I can. How about Vermont IPA? Then I'll try to do, like, misspelling. So, Heady Topper with 1 P. Maybe The Alchemist or The Alchemist. People might think it's the Alchemist. I think there is a brewery called The Alchemist. World's Best IPA. How about First Hazy IPA? Best Double IPA. How about Heady Topper versus Pliny the Elder? This might take me over 500. Let's see. All right, so we're at 493. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to save that. And what we need to do is get the end screen and the cards, because people actually do click on these. You'd be surprised. This is from a while ago, so I'm just going to delete all that. And I always do this one. So it's just best reviewer, most recent upload, which is usually just my 2 most recent uploads plus the subscribe right in the middle there. And it's funny because like it's right, the picture is right over the picture on my shirt there. So I'm gonna hit save. And I might have already done the cards on this a while ago, but let's check and see. Yeah, see, I did the cards. You can see Heady Topper from 2013. Which one's this? Let's Go Hazy IPA, Double Dose IPA. So yeah, you want to do the cards. And I try to space them out so that they're pretty even. So this video is 6 minutes and 37 seconds. So half would be, I don't know, about 340 or so. You can kind of tell just by looking. You could also, what you could do is break the video down by seconds and then divide that number by 6, and then you would know how many seconds to space these cards out. Because that would be, you're splitting it into 6 segments that way. This kind of throws you off because like there's extra space here. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna save that there. And now we just need to update the thumbnail. So come back for the next class and I'll show you how to make a pretty nice thumbnail. I'm gonna upload the short now, I should say. So I'm gonna upload thumbnail, select files. It's under Movie Studio, Heady Topper, renders. Here we go. Looks like you're uploading a short. All right, so the first thing I do always is grab this, literally the short video link, copy that, and I go back to the long format where it says watch the short version here, and then save. And I'm just gonna copy and paste everything because it's all the SEO and everything is still the same. So hit select all, paste. We don't need the links for the shorts. Nobody really reads the description on shorts. This is more for SEO. And let's see. I will just copy this, move that up here. And you might notice that I have a little shorts emoji. And what I do is I grab it off the playlist. So Chad's Beer Review Shorts. I just highlight this, right click, copy, done. Go back up here, paste it on there. And one thing that's nice about shorts is what they're doing lately is that you can actually link it to the original. So I'm just going to go down here and do the tags. So I'm just going to copy and paste that off of the original. That's what this these two squares are. Hit copy all. Go back to here. Paste those in there. Next. All right. So since my channel is monetized, it's asking me to, you know, certify that it's, you know, safe for advertisers. This is something new that they added. Well, they added about a year ago. I wish they had this a long time ago. So ad-related videos, basically, I mean, you can add literally any video you want, but I just always send it back to the original. Heady Topper. I did review this twice, but this is the one that I want to link it to. I don't need to add subtitles, products. I don't care about that. Copyright issues, yeah. So this thing's good to go. Now, normally I would publish this. I'll schedule it. Let's see. So I will do this for tomorrow, not at 12 a.m., but at 8 a.m. I seem to get pretty good traffic at 8 a.m. But actually, you know what? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I forgot to post this today, so I'm just gonna publish this right now. But that was just to show you what I usually do. So public, publish. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? So this says watch the short version here. I gotta hit watch the full version here, and I gotta get the URL off the original. Not that anybody watches it, but this is mostly for me so that I know that I've done it. All right, so next we can go back to visibility. All right, this thing is good to go. Publish. So this thing's going live on YouTube right now, although by the time you're watching this, it's old. Now, I just want to publish this exact same video on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm going to hit the the pencil, and let's open up Instagram. Probably close this. Yep. Don't need that. All right, so I'm going to go to create, post, select from computer. It goes right to it.
Heady Topper by the Alchemist, 8% ABV.
All right, so what's nice is that Instagram and TikTok will let you grab your own thumbnail. I always try to get like the beer label or whatever. I think this one's, you know, famous enough that once people see that Heady Topper, I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get. It's not like you can crop it up or down, so I'm just gonna do that. Next. All right, so I'm just gonna copy all this stuff off of YouTube and paste it in here. And I can actually tag the brewery. Let's see, I'll just type in Alchemist, see if this comes up. Alchemist beer. See, I wish they would have the verified, because I don't know if this is the actual brewery or just some fan. So not only will I tag them, but I'll also do it in the description as well. At Alchemist. All right, share. And this takes a minute or two to upload. While we're doing that, we'll just go right over to TikTok and do the exact same thing. All right, upload. A lot of people didn't know you can use TikTok on the web, on a desktop, just like most people think you can only do on your phone, but you can do it on a computer. All right, so again, I'm just gonna go back here, copy everything, paste it. Now, the pain in the ass with TikTok is you have to actually click on all your thumb. It doesn't automatically hyperlink like it does on Instagram. And what I do is you click at the very right edge of the last letter, and then it'll bring up that hashtag. And you just kind of have to keep clicking on it, and it bounces you up and down like that. It's kind of annoying. So this just takes a minute. It's a little tedious, but get the job done. Now you can tag the brewery on TikTok, but it only lets you tag somebody if you're friends, you know. And a lot of breweries aren't on TikTok, so you know I can't do that on there. I'm gonna do the same thing I did on Facebook. Like that's kind of a boring thumbnail, but again, I'll try to get the heady topper. Not that people really look at the thumbnails on TikTok, but all right. So we got that and post. Let's go back to Instagram. That's done. So I'm just gonna grab the URL and add that to my spreadsheet. You know, I forgot to get the shorts URL, but all right, we can get that later. All right, here's the Instagram URL. So it's kind of like a checklist, so I know that I've already done it. All right, I can close this out. I don't need it. I go to manage your posts, and then I just go back to the main channel page. And it's always the one in the top left corner. It's at 0 because I just uploaded it. Although sometimes it's funny, like you'll actually, those few seconds there, you might actually see a few views. All right, so I'm going to copy that URL, paste this in here. Let's go back to YouTube, get that one, and paste that in there. All right, close this spreadsheet out. And we're pretty much done. Now, something I like to do is I like to kind of get the conversation started on TikTok, and I'll say, I usually pose it as a question. I'll be like, was this the first hazy IPA? And sometimes people will respond. Should probably do that on Instagram too. All right, so that's how I do the shorts on the 3 main video posting sites. I mean, there's also Rumble and Odyssey, but who cares about those? Yeah, if you have questions, let me know in the comments or just email me, chadsbeerreviews@yahoo.com. I'm always available for one-on-one coaching. If you watch all the way in, not only are you awesome, but you're just a really good student. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys for the next beer review. Bye.